Silicon Valley Startup Award. Laser eye surgery is now incision-free. Interested? Every nearsighted person wants permanent vision fixes, but corneal ablation is irreversible and can cause dry eyes and glare. That's pretty scary. But what if there's a better option? No corneal cutting, no tissue removed. It even strengthens your eyes. Interested? I'm Dr. Zheng Dingjing. Is this new tech that amazing, or merely a medical fantasy? Before we begin, please do me a small favor. Hit subscribe. You're welcome to become a member. We'll share more tech for myopia, presbyopia, and hyperopia. Subscribe to us now. Let's use science as the key to unlock a long, healthy life. Laser surgery can reduce your myopia, letting you wear lighter glasses or go glass-free. But its biggest drawback is that it must thin your cornea. Let's look at current procedures. See how they actually work. Whether it's the older LASIK or today's popular SMILE, the basic logic is the same: subtraction. Myopia mainly stems from elongated eye axis. Put simply, it's the depth of the eyeball. It runs from the very front of the cornea to the retina in the back. Data shows each 1 millimeter axial elongation equals about 300 degrees of myopia. Imagine your eye is a theater, cornea the projector, retina the screen. A myopic eye has a screen set too far back. Before the light reaches it, it comes into focus, so everything looks blurry. The problem is that current tech cannot shorten an already elongated eyeball. So doctors compromise treatment by reshaping your cornea. To shift the focal point back, we thin your cornea, reducing its refractive power. That's the core principle behind common LASIK and SMILE eye surgery. But thinning weakens the cornea's entire overall structure and natural tissue resilience. That's why many people have night glare and dry eye after surgery. And if your cornea is naturally thin, you risk keratoconus. The cornea bulges under eye pressure. That's why some people can't have the surgery. Their cornea is too thin. If a technology adjusts focus without removing corneal tissue and even strengthens it, it would be a boon for myopia patients in Taiwan. Today we're sharing a breakthrough from research team led by Sinisa Vukelic at Columbia University. This amazing tech has a long name: femtosecond oscillator. You can also call it clear vision. How exactly does it differ from common femtosecond laser eye surgery? Though both use femtosecond tech, they work distinctly. Femtosecond laser used in today's operating rooms mostly runs on an amplifier system. You can think of it as a machine gun. Every pulse packs a powerful punch. Under a microscope, it creates tiny explosions that blast and cut through corneal tissue. Essentially, it's a light knife. When it cuts cleanly, that's nice. But it is a knife, so it leaves real wounds. These wounds need time to fully heal. The Columbia team's device, however, uses another approach. They use an oscillator. Its standout feature is ultra-low pulse energy. It works quite differently from the previous one, so low that it can't even blast tissue apart. But its frequency is high, millions of pulses per second. So when it hits the cornea, it doesn't blast a path through it. Instead, it works gently and locally, leaving no wounds and needing no healing time. But if it doesn't blast or cut, how does it change the cornea? Now, here's the key part of this advanced technology. It uses a special state called low-density plasma. Simply put, energy strikes a stable molecule, dislodging an electron and forming localized charged particles. And this tiny charge zone ionizes corneal water molecules, producing a small amount of ROS. They're like the matchmakers of chemical reactions. They encourage new chemical bonds to form between collagen fibers, making the fibers stick together tighter and stronger. The cornea is reinforced rather than removed. Targeted reinforcement changes corneal stress distribution. It reshapes eye tissue. So to treat myopia, we tighten those fibers at the corneal center. This shifts stress, flattens the surface slightly, moves the focal point back, and sharpens vision. But we tighten the periphery to treat hyperopia and presbyopia. The center bulges up naturally for clear, near, and far vision. What's more, this belt-tightening reinforcement tightly secures corneal structure, making it stronger and less prone to deformation. Dude, this is incredible! We've managed to do what a scalpel couldn't, using nothing but a simple belt. We covered how molecular structure adjusts optical paths in our adjustable focus IOL video. You can watch it if you like, but does it really work in the lab, not just in theory? A 2018 Nature Photonics study by Professor Vukovic used pig eyes and rabbits. Pig eyes share similar structures with human eyes. They found under the microscope that the corneas exposed to this laser still had epithelial cells that were completely intact. It confirmed the fact the procedure has no open wounds after surgery, so there is no risk of infection. In theory, after the surgery, you could wash your face or swim right away. But looking fine on the surface isn't enough. We also worry about other side effects: corneal haze, clouding, and scarring. What ophthalmologists care about is whether your corneal endothelial cells were affected. So Vukovic followed the live rabbits for 3 months. He found 3 things. First, the corneal curvature really does change. The rabbit's myopia improved, obviously. It decreased by an average of 164 to 196 degrees. You might think, not even 200? But don't forget, your cornea is left completely without a wound. It's like going to the gym, just lying there under a light and magically losing 5% body fat. Second, the cornea remains crystal clear. Our biggest concern is excessive laser heat. It will damage eye proteins. This finally clouds the cornea. Yet current test results are quite encouraging. Vision stays clear all the time after treatment. Third, the corneal endothelial cells are not damaged. The corneal endothelial cells are precious. Once dead, gone forever. However, rabbits receiving this surgery maintained corneal endothelial cell density comparable to healthy ones. These findings prove that if we keep the energy low, focus on a small area, and use high frequency, we won't cause unnecessary damage. But interestingly, if you're excited and rush to Google it, you may come across another company called Vision. It looks like today's star, Clear Vision, confusing many overseas tech media. Though both claim non-invasive myopia correction, they adopt completely different technical approaches. Today's star, Clear Vision, works like shapewear. It uses a chemical reaction to tighten and contract the corneal fibers, directly reshaping the cornea. By contrast, Vision works like remote placement. Their tech is called LIRIC. Instead of reshaping your cornea, it uses a laser to inscribe a contact lens right inside your corneal tissue, so light bends on its own as it enters. It has great advantages. It offers better optical quality. It also avoids optical aberration. If you're interested in knowing more about Vision, leave a comment and we'll do a video on that. And now these 2 options compete for FDA approval. As you imagine, it's not about which procedure is better. You can pick between these 2 blade-free solutions according to your corneal condition and personal preference. If your cornea is too soft, Clear Vision can correct vision and strengthen it. If you're truly after a high-degree correction and outstanding perfect visual quality, Vision's advanced in-body lens might be a much better practical fit. However, neither of these 2 promising technologies has officially entered formal clinical trials yet. As for Clear Vision, while it has shown strong results in the lab and even won, but it's still just a startup, and it's still working to turn its prototype into a commercial product. In the upcoming Phase 1, the initial human clinical trial stage, they'll first test it on dozens of people to rule out blindness and pain risks. That alone will usually take roughly a year. Then, more tests are needed to confirm its correction range. Lastly, large-scale, double-blind Phase 3 trials are needed to verify its efficacy and beat existing treatments. Optimistically, the earliest we could see the first human data report would be at the end of 2026. Even if all goes well, Food and Drug Administration approval won't come before 2028. But if surgery can wait, this is a top breakthrough in the next 5 years. That's today's topic. Now let's hear your thoughts. If it arrives in 2028 at $6,000, double the cost of laser surgery, which would you pick? A. Cost doesn't matter. No cutting, no side effects. I'll pay. B. I'm conservative. It looks great, but I won't be a guinea pig. I'll wait a few years. Or C. I love wearing glasses. They're part of me. They cover dark circles and flatter my face. No surgery. Drop your choice in the comments and tell me why. Want more medical breakthroughs? Stay tuned to our show. Subscribe to our channel. You're welcome to become a member. Join Team Health. Let's stay healthy together.